guess I'm live. That's just how that works. I feel like, yeah, there. I beat the thing. The music. Theme song. That I stole. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say I stole stuff. I think that should be like the first rule to like anybody who's going to broadcast. The first thing you shouldn't do is get on your broadcast and then admit to stealing things, which I seem to do on a very regular basis. You guys ever steal things? Like just steal things? What about like when you were young? You didn't never steal anything? Credit card or anything? I might have by accident. Long story. It's a long story, and I'm not going to tell it here. That's for sure. I'm sure the statute of limitations, if that's a real thing, I'm sure that's definitely up. Plus, I got off. I did my time. Did hard time. I did not do hard time. Now I feel like I'm just lying to you guys. So how's everybody doing? I'm coming on early because I gotta get up in the morning. Well, because there's no Good Morning You Drunks. You know, I don't want to compete with the drunks. Just because I'm not on the drunk show. Even though it was a terrible name for a show with a bunch of people who didn't drink at all. I don't want to compete with them. I'm just not going to be on their show anymore. Or the show that I helped create. That's just how it is. It's a fine show. I watched it. It was weird. I watched it last week. I watched it before I went on live last week, and it was odd. It's really odd watching something that you were such a big part of, and then you're not a big part of it, and Nathan's there with sunglasses on, and Justin's talking about stuff, and I'm not in the room. It's really weird. But, that's done. That's not done. I mean, I think they're still going. I don't know. Who knows? I'll be honest. I don't know a lot about what's going on with Radio Free Radio right now, and that's not my fault. It is my fault because I've checked out. But that's no excuse. That's no excuse for me to at least not check in on those guys and see what they're doing. It's because I don't like things and I get mad and I took my ball and went home. Took my ball straight to YouTube and to Facebook, and I said, enough of this. I can do this on my own. Who needs you guys? I didn't actually say that, and I never even thought that. I shouldn't say things like this. This is how I get a bad reputation. I get a bad reputation because I'm always saying things I don't really mean. I don't think I really mean that. I'm stalling. I'm clearly stalling because I'm on the other. I don't like how this is framed in Facebook. That's the problem with doing everything yourself and then also trying to do it to like the best of your abilities. You should just drive yourself nuts. You should not worry about quality. That's gonna be the new. That's gonna be my new mantra. I do not care about quality any longer. It's gonna be whatever it is. I shouldn't care about quality anyway because just based on the content of what I'm putting out there on the internet. Not my fault. Again, I feel like I say that a lot. Not my fault. That probably means it's really my fault. Like all of it is my fault. What are you guys doing today? Anybody doing anything fun? I'm not doing anything fun. I got to, I think I'm going to start a new project. Which I'm very excited to start a new project. I haven't started a new project since we finished shooting Issues 14 years ago. It hasn't come out yet. It will. We're working on the screener. We're going to have a big screener where everybody comes and, we'll invite people to this thing and we'll all watch all 12 hours of season 2 of Issues. Don't worry, it's not that long. It's, it's a good 2.5. I mean, we actually put together 2.5 hours of Issues, season 2. And, we'll watch all 6 episodes and you guys can throw popcorn at the screen. I don't know if we're going to have popcorn, but maybe we'll find some popcorn. If you find popcorn, bring it in, throw it at the screen. That's actually my new motto. If I've got popcorn, it's getting thrown right at the screen. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna do a fun little thing with the Issues. So if you're around and you get an invite, please come. And pretty much everybody who wants to come can pretty much come. especially if you know me and you're like, hey, I want to come see Issues season 2 all at one time, then yeah, you're gonna be able to. Just come talk to me. We still don't know when. I think like tentatively this is probably like don't tell people behind the issues, the other people, the other producers and stuff that I'm saying this. I think tentatively we're looking at November right now, just because the space we're going to be doing it in is it's really booked up. So I think we might be looking at like the first weekend in November. But again, don't quote me. We're trying to get a little closer. We wanted to do September. We had some tentative dates of the first weekend in September when I was getting married, and then the second September weekend in September when I was going to be on my honeymoon at Disney World. But now I will just be going to Disney World on my own. But moot point now. So it looks like we're gonna move everything. We might be looking in November, but we're gonna do all of the issues, all 6 episodes of season 2. And I'm gonna tell you, I've been looking at these things as we've been finalizing everything, as we've been working on some kinks in the sound. Everybody knows, anyone who does video knows that the worst part of video, the worst part of putting a good product out is getting the sound right. So that's really what's been, well, in the cuts. I mean, we basically are cutting a 2.5-hour movie. That's what the real holdup is. I know, because a lot of people are like, well, you guys did the web series 14, 15 years ago, and we haven't seen season 2. Well, you haven't seen season 2 because we essentially took on full-size episodes. For the most part, these episodes are, I think with the exception of one, which might be coming in at like 18 minutes, for the most part, every other episode is coming in at like 23 minutes long, 22 to 24 minutes long. So these are full-size episodes that we put together, and we did it on no money, with no budget, and I'm really proud of what we did. 6 pretty much full-size episodes of issues. It's a lot bigger than what we did with the web series. I think the writing is much better, but don't say. And I didn't even write all of them. This was the first time that I didn't write all of them. 2 of them I did not write. So, and those are the ones that I hate. You can understand. But they came out amazing. I'm proud of everybody. We pulled this off working on weekends, and we essentially made a feature-length movie just in 6 smaller parts. And that was no easy task. I mean, we had no money. The only money we put into this thing was, and a lot of people will say, of course, this is going to show. Season 3, Jared asks, when is Season 3? Season 3 will be well after I'm dead. Someone else will pick this up. We're going to have issues the next generation. It'll be our kids that are running the comic shop. It'll be fantastic. I don't know. Just honestly though, season 3 is going to depend on what season 2 does, because all of us, after completing this, after working on it for 2 years, have said we're not doing season 3 with no budget. So I don't know what that means. I think enough time has passed where we've all started to come around to, okay, we're finishing season 2. It is possible. It's not going to kill us. And we're watching these episodes, and except for Matt Birchfield. Matt Birchfield, I think, is staying strong with, I don't want to do season 3 until we fully have season 2 out. But I think I feel like everybody wants to do a season 3. We gotta have money, whether it be a Kickstarter or season 2 actually goes out and I don't know, works as a proof of concept. I'm looking at second tier kind of streaming services that have like really good followers. Kind of like a Nerdist situation. I have no illusions to thinking that this thing is going to get onto Netflix. That's ridiculous. You don't see like no budget projects making onto Netflix or Hulu and stuff like that. But I don't see why issues can't be on some of these second tier kind of streaming services that are kind of web only and are starved for content. That's where I want to find it. That's where I want to get it. That's where I want to put it. So if we can get season 2 of issues up on like a Nerdist or like a Machinima or something like that, a Geek and Sundry, and they're like, wow, we really like this. This is great. Here's $10,000 to make season 3. Here's 5,000. Here's $25.99 to make season 3. I think as long as we have some sort of budget that is not coming out of my pocket, it's not coming out of Tom White's pocket, I think we may make a season 3. Let's just put season 2 out there and see how you guys like it. I mean, I've been impressed. I think that there's some really, really solid, good stuff in there. I'm very, very proud of episode 6, which I wrote. I'm very, very proud of my own work. I think that we did good work with that, and that was episode 6 more than any really kind of epitomized the team thing, because you got to have a team when you're working on this stuff. And by episode 6, I think especially myself, Matt Birchfield, and Ezra Peterson, who came in to kind of step in and help run things, I think by that time the three of us had really hit a decent groove, and we made a really, really decent episode kind of based off of Birdman. So timely. At least it was. We faked basically one gigantic cut, and it's an interesting concept, and it's an interesting episode. It brings the whole season kind of around and closes it up nicely. And then I was told not to do it, but maybe we left it as a cliffhanger, so we definitely have somewhere to go with season 3. And if we go after season 3, I've got a definite kind of bad guy that'll be taking over. Jared says that Scott and Nate should close the bankrupt shop and join the force. I think that's an allusion to fat cops. Let's talk about it in a minute. I'll tell you one thing: they're not going to be in. It's not going to be in that comic shop. And that's nothing just bad to say about that comic shop. It's just, that was a hell to shoot in. We were doing like 8-hour days in that place, and they were open at the time, and we had to deal with the sound generated from the coolers. You would not believe the amount of sound that was destroyed by a simple Coke machine. It was impossible to get clean sound in that place. And it was uncomfortable, and it was hot, and it smelled like hippie. I shouldn't be saying that. They were very generous. They were very nice to us. I think they were kind of tired of us after a while. I don't think they really knew what they were getting into, because I think like a lot of projects, they just expected it to fade out. For us to be really, really excited about issues and then never complete it, just kind of go in for one day and then that would be it. But they weren't expecting us to be tenacious and actually finish a project. So, yeah, Issues is coming out. Really excited about that. I hope you guys come and check it out and watch it with us, and we'll talk a little bit about it as we get closer. But I'm excited again for a project, and I haven't been excited for a project in a long time, because number one, I've been so busy with Radio Free Radio and trying to keep Radio Free Radio afloat, which seemed to be a wash. And I really haven't had time to really think about doing another project. And not that I don't love Radio Free Radio and what we were doing with Radio Free Radio. I was very passionate about it. It's just, it doesn't have the same spot as making web series. And it's nice to get excited about a web project again. And that web project is Fat Cops. The dumbest of ideas. It's about 2 fat cops. They're cops that are fat. But I think we can actually do a little bit of social satire and give it a heart, because it's really important for everything that I do to have some sort of heart, as hokey as that sounds. I watch a lot of stuff and it's just kind of hollow, especially amongst my peers. It just seems a lot of it seems very, very hollow, and I don't want that from whatever I do. I want it to. I want it to have heart. I want it to. I want it to make people feel something, even if it's disgust. Even if it's, oh wow, they spent no money on this. Shocking. I'd like for people to have some sort of reaction to it. I don't want them to just consume whatever it is that I'm consuming, or which normally that's going to be donuts. Consume what I'm putting out there without it having any kind of effect on them whatsoever. And I don't need it to be like, oh, this affected me like Forrest Gump. I just want them to think about it favorably. In fact, I'd like that on my tombstone. Here's Matt. He was thought about favorably. I don't think that's too much to ask. So if somebody could make that happen, I don't know if there's any tombstone makers. Is that even a profession anymore? I guess you just order those online. They come out of a factory. I don't know. I don't know how to get a tombstone. One thing need to know about me is that I have no idea how to get a tombstone. Hopefully that'll be somebody else's problem, not mine. But yeah, I'm really, really excited about Fat Cops. I was talking to Jared about it earlier, and it just the things that he was kind of throwing out at me. I think this is going to be really fun, and it goes back to creating short form content, which isn't nearly as grueling as trying to put together something, feature length. I mean, just the length alone. But storytelling, story writing, it provides like new kind of challenges. Like when I wrote, it was actually in a lot of ways easier to write the longer, 30-page episodes of issues because, it's easier to fit in a 3-act structure if you end a B plot, if you've got room to do it. When you've only got 6, 7, 8 minutes, it becomes a writing challenge to figure out how to fit a 3-act structure into that and make it make sense and have it be entertaining all at the same time. So I kind of look forward to get back to some of the shorter form stuff, and plus it's just easier to shoot. It's way easier to shoot. I mean, you just shoot that in the weekend. I gotta make sure that I'm back to thinking about limited locations and not a lot of action that we can't shoot. I don't want to be going back and trying to figure out how to animate muzzle flares for a bunch of guns. It's just gonna be tough. So it's a fun way to write. It's a fun writing exercise. I don't know if you guys have ever tried to do any kind of web work, but it's or web series work. It's interesting. It's fun. So I look forward to that. I don't know when we're looking at. I think I'm gonna try to jump into that post Disney and try to get that going. So speaking of Disney, so obviously everybody knows the story now. I was going I was getting married in a few weeks. I muzzle flares. Yeah, muzzle flares are gonna be. I say we just get real guns. Fat Cops just has real guns, and then we don't even have to worry about going into After Effects and adding muzzle flares. Yeah, so I was getting married, and then we decided not to get married, but I've decided to go on the honeymoon still alone. Because that's what 40-year-old men do, is they continue on to Disney World by themselves. It's food and wine. I'm going to stay drunk at Epcot. I actually did the responsible thing. I was staying at the Yacht Club, which is a nice big deluxe, hotel. Is that the word for it? I guess that's the word you guys use. I use Funtel. I don't. That didn't even make sense. God, can I edit this? Is there one of these buttons has to dump out, right? I actually decided to, I'm gonna be alone. Why would I be going alone and staying in a $300 a night resort? Especially if I'm just gonna be using the room to sleep at this point. If you know what I mean. Wink. Although I was talking to Sarah earlier, and she suggested that I need a nice place to bring those Disney princesses back, because I do plan to have I have a little thing with one of the Disney princesses, probably Ariel. That's where I'm going. I'm gonna try it. That's right. Jared says it's a great place for slow jack. I decided to just dump the. I don't need that. I don't need the deluxe. I'm not gonna go to the pool alone. It does have an awesome pool, but I could save like $1,000. I could save $1,000 if I. And I only had the place until like Thursday, and I was planning to move over to Universal. I could go over to Universal, and then because I'm going to go to the big Halloween Horror Nights on Friday and Saturday. So I didn't even have it the full night. So it's saving me like $1,000, and I can get a nice cheap room. Ariel's probably not going to go back to it without a little coercion, maybe some fish food. I don't know how you get a mermaid back to your place. Maybe I definitely want to show her my dingle hopper. I think that's where I'm going with this. Yeah, so I decided to be smart about it and just say screw it. I'm gonna be in the parks all day and drunk, so I'm just gonna get a cheap place. Charlie, I don't think it can. Can you pay a Disney? Can you pay a Disney princess for sex? I don't think that's how they work. I don't think they're sex workers. I mean, I can try. I'll go up to the Belle, or maybe the Cinderella. Which Disney princess seems like she might be most to get down? I don't know. Now I'm actually thinking about this. Probably Sleeping Beauty, but for a whole different reason. And you know, she'll sleep long enough. You don't even have to pay her. Sean Drew says Jasmine. You think Jasmine would be the most? She would be the most likely to take money for sex? I don't know about that. Maybe one of those Frozen girls. They seem like they might be able to maybe take a little money for sex. I'm trying not to pay. I would like to not pay one of the Disney princesses for sex. I would like to pick them up with my own charisma. Because what am I talking about? I haven't tried to pick up a girl in probably 7 years. Which makes sense, being in a relationship. Don't act like I can't pick up girls. Just, I'm better than that. I'm not trying to pick up a girl when I'm in a relationship that you guys know about. Yeah, Charlie, I say you and I roll down there. Just you and I try to get pick up some of that Disney strange. I think we do okay. We definitely get one of the princesses. I don't know which princess you want, but I'm going for Ariel. I'm going to stick with Ariel. You can have anyone you want. Just stay away from Ariel, and we got no problems. So what I wanted to talk about is my Disney obsession weird? Is it weird to everyone? Because I have a feeling it might be weird to everyone. And I don't even know where it came from. All I know is I've always been impressed. Because I think I'm impressed with theming. I think just as a weird, like, kid with possibly autism, I think it was just I was in awe of any kind of theming. So just the fact that, you know, when I go to, because I didn't go as a young child to Disney. I didn't go until I was like 12, but I always wanted to go. And I think I'm just impressed with like theming and showmanship, you know. I liked everything that, you know, Walt was about, and Disneyland is like this magical place full of, you know, theming and crazy things. Sean is on my side here. She says that she actually knows 2 other guys my age who are Disney fanatics. I'm not like a super Disney movie fanatic though. Like I'm a Disney parks geek. And like I like Mickey, and I mean I love Mickey and everything, and I watch all the Disney movies. I really 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 love Pixar, but I'm a straight up park fanatic. And what's weird is I don't even ride rides. I ride Disney rides, but I don't ride anything with a drop because it hurts my tum tum. Yeah, so like okay, so they're into Disney parks. I don't know what it is. So like I have an annual pass now. I got an AP. I've got an annual pass. I can go for a year starting next time I go. And like it wasn't cheap. Like I paid like $800. But to be fair, a good $500 it's going to cost you just to get a pass for, you know, a good 5-6 day park hopper. So like I have an annual pass now. I'm going to go in September, and I'm already planning another vacation because I think I'm going to go with my sister and try to drag my my nephew into it. Because, you know, Nathan's not going to take him. He's off doing Nathan things. So I'm like, you know, I'll go. He doesn't want to go because I think he had a bad experience at a Disney park. I think he went to a Disney park and had like massive diarrhea for like 4 days straight, and he couldn't leave the Fantasyland bathrooms. So, you know, you have massive diarrhea in the happiest place on earth, and you can't leave a bathroom stall for 7 days. You know, it's probably not going to increase your enjoyment of said park. Charlie's bringing up Star Wars Land. Not Star Wars Land looks so good. Like I wasn't super crazy about what was going on with Star Wars Land. I just knew it was going to be fun, and I was excited about it. But they showed that model this weekend at the D23 convention, and man, that place looks nuts. They did a little fly through where they like took a little camera and ran it through the expansion. And it was the most amazing. Like a little tear formed in my eye. I don't think I'm going to be able to go into that place without shedding a tear. I think I'll be fine up until I walk up and there's a full size Millennium Falcon sitting in front of me, and I'm just going to be just crying everywhere. And that, yes, Charlie's right. That hotel, I think it's supposed to be really really expensive. I think it's like $1,000 a night. There's a lot of rumors out there. Like it's either $1,000 a night or it's gonna be like $1,000 for like 2 days. But it's really really expensive. But it's a set like experience. You can't just I'm gonna stay at the Star Wars hotel for the week. You go in. You have like 2 or 3 days that you stay there. They give you a Star Wars outfit. And then you go there, you go into the hotel, and you're basically in either a starship or whatever. And people come up to you in the bars, and they've got missions for you to run, and it's all based around you, and just a level of immersion that I don't think anybody's ready for. That's what I want out of a park. I think once I can go to this Star Wars hotel and like just live out an adventure like that, Charlie's completely right. It's Westworld. Like we're almost there, and it's just a matter of time before I can, you know, go into a park and start actually killing these robots till they revolt. But I'm gonna kill some robots first. I'm going into a park and killing robots. I've always wanted to kill a person, and I think that, again, you know what? I think this is where I should draw the line. You know, when you guys are like, hey, you're kind of going up to the line and you're stepping over it. I think when I'm on line admitting to want to kill people, just, you know, I don't know how to say this. Like, I just want to shoot a man and watch him die. No, it's a power thing, not like something sick. I just want to be able to see what it's like to extinguish another person's life. I'm not coming across right. I'm coming across wrong. Let's get back to Star Wars Land. Star Wars Land looks nuts. I can't get enough of Disney parks. Should I be trying to go out to should I be trying to go to Europe and see things that I've never seen before? I feel like I could go to Busch Gardens. Maybe not Busch Gardens. I could definitely go to Disney World and go to Epcot and see all of the different cultures right there. Boom. right there in a couple blocks. Charlie saying, if I seen the recent robot competition, most androids can't even walk over debris effectively yet. It's true. It's true. Okay, so we're not getting it anytime soon. Disney did do a patent recently, and they patent a lot of things that they're never ever going to actually do. They just don't want other people to do. But they actually patented robots that respond to you, and so essentially they can get little like Mickeys and like replace the guys in the suits with little robot Mickey Mouses who will come up to you and have conversations and do magic tricks. I saw like one of the prototypes that they did a couple years ago at D23, and it was wasn't that impressive. It was kind of neat. The animatronic, like the closest they're with it now is they've got an animatronic at the new Pandora River adventure, and as you ride past it, it makes eye contact. So that's about where they're at with that now. So I think we're okay. Sean says that Robot Mickey Mouse would scare the crap out of her. I don't know. I don't know how I'd feel about that. They've got a Mickey Mouse now in the park. It's a special meet and greet at Town Square at the City Hall. When you go in, you go back and you meet Mickey, and he's an actual talking Mickey. So they've got an insane amount of technology in this thing that essentially like his mouth moves, and it's like the Mickey that you're used to seeing in the park, except his mouth fully moves and he talks to you, and it's a weird, awesome looking experience. Like he'll do magic tricks, he'll ask you where you're at, where you're from, and like he'll actually talk to you. And I think there's a combination of like a lot of like voice recognition software, and I think they've got somebody behind the scenes that's also running it, and a lot of like predictive stuff. But it's really cool. They've also got a couple of free roaming animatronics. They've got a Dr. Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker that come out in Epcot and wheel around and then do like a little show. And they're basically animatronics that aren't attached to anything, can just wheel around the park. Of course, there's somebody nearby controlling him with a remote control, but still, it's pretty cool. I mean, I would freak out. I've never seen him up close. I don't know when they come out, but I think they're back in Epcot right now, and that's got to be crazy. I feel bad about the Muppets. I hope that the Muppets aren't getting shafted by I hope they're not getting shafted by Disney, because they've got the whole thing where they fired the voice of Kermit, and then they also just replaced the marquee in Muppet Vision, and like it looks like you can switch out the marquee now if maybe Muppet Vision decides to go away. But they've got the Muppets. They've got the Muppet Show. Well, not the Muppet Show. I'd lose my mind if I walked in. They had an actual Muppet Show. But they've got a live action Muppet Show in the like over by the Hall of Presidents in Magic Kingdom, and it's pretty good because they've got the actual puppets that they're controlling. Obviously, it's a soundtrack and whatnot. I mean, it's not like the Muppet performers are there, but it's a really, really good show, and I think it's become like really, really popular. So it'd just be a really dumb thing for Disney to give up on the Muppets. They've never done a good job with them since they've had them. I mean, nobody seems to get it except for Jim Henson, and he's been dead for 20 years, longer, 25 years. It would be really tough if they gave up on them. I hated that new Muppet Show that they put up on ABC. They just didn't get the characters right. I know it's like a dumb thing to be saying, oh, they didn't get puppets correct. Okay, guy. Oh yeah, you're the 40-year-old that likes to go to Disney all the time. So what do you think? Do you think should I be branching out? Should I not be trying to go to Disney every 6 months, which seems to be the thing that I'm going now? I mean, that's my vacations. I'm going to Disney. I love it there. It's a magical place. I hate that I'm 40 and, having to say that, 40, childless, and that's where I choose to go on vacation. But nothing else. I don't want to go to Vegas. Number one, I would have a gambling problem. I would heavily gamble. I would gamble all of my savings away. So that's not something I want to do necessarily. I guess I could go out to LA, but again, what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna go to Disneyland, and Disneyland doesn't really appeal to me that much. I do want to get out there and see it, just because it's the original park. But a lot of people are like, oh well, that was Walt's park. But like, yeah, but no, Disney World was Walt's park. I mean, this was his dream. So I don't even understand that. Barry says he would go every weekend if he lived near there. I'll be honest, I've been looking at jobs. I've been looking at jobs in Orlando. Just so I could do park vlogs and live in Orlando and go to the parks all the time. I'm really excited to be getting I think that's a good. Sean's got a good idea. I could write an Eat, Pray, Love-esque book about my spiritual journey, repeatedly going to Disney. What it's like to be a 40-year-old man, no kids, going to Disney, being this into a theme park. I'm just happy. I feel bad. The last time we were there, it was the first time my now ex, which is a weird thing to be saying. It was the first time she had gone, and we got to the park. We flew in on a Sunday, and we went straight to Epcot. Because I had a frozen a fast pass for Frozen, because I wanted to go on the Frozen ride, and it broke down. So I was like, you know what? We're going over to the Magic Kingdom. We can make it for fireworks. And we go over, we get there right as fireworks are going off, and we walk into Main Street. Fireworks are going off. It's the Big Wishes show. I lost my mind. I just started bawling right in the middle of Main Street. Just a giant fat guy who can't get control of his emotions in the middle of Orlando. It was kind of embarrassing. Charlie says that Mickey Matt is an incredible name for an Orlando pimp. I don't know, man. That doesn't sound like a bad job. I could see, maybe that's the play. I go to Orlando, I become a pimp, and then my girls are all based off of Disney princesses. I think this is not a bad plan. What could go wrong? Except for jail. Lots of jail. Yeah, I'm really thinking about moving down there, and actually following my dream. You'd think that I have so many dreams, and I'm pursuing so many dreams. You'd think that the one dream that I wouldn't be pursuing as hard would be my dream to live right outside of Disneyland. I'd like to live in Celebration too, like really get right there, so every night I can hear the fireworks. I have a feeling that would get old. Now, maybe not. It seems magical. But I'm going for Halloween Horror Nights too, and that's one of the big reasons why I didn't cancel. Oh, he says Charlie says that he's sure that there's Shrek fetishes that we paint ourselves green and get to work. It's not a bad idea. We get some ogre ears. Sean says that she would love to work for Universal. Do you think it would be more fun to work at Universal or more fun to work at Disney? I assume that Disney is, and don't assume it. I know that Disney is super strict. They've got a lot of people working, a lot of kids working for them in their college program. But I think they would be way more strict than Universal. I think you maybe would be able to have a way more fun at Universal. If I worked at Disney, I think I would want to be like a Jungle Boat skipper. I think that would be a fun ride. Just to be able to do Jungle Boat all day with that spiel and have fun with it. I'd totally become a Jungle Boat skipper. I'd be a great one. I know all the jokes. Yeah, so I'm going to Halloween Horror Nights, not Hollywood Horror Nights. That's when you just go to LA and you run afoul of a pimp. I don't know. Um, See, now that's cool. Charlie says that you want to be a secondary Darth character in Star Wars Land, like just Darth Rasputin. I think that you've already got the name for it. It'd be fantastic. That would be cool. Because I think they are going to put a lot of cool characters in there. I definitely would want to be a character. I want to be a face character if I was going to be at Disney. That would be pretty cool. But Halloween Horror Nights, I think, would be even more fun to be in. Because those guys look like they're having a blast. You get to scare people. I don't know how it's going to be. Sean, did you get scared? I know this is like this is like the... I'm not exactly sounding manly there, but when you were alone, did you get scared being in Horror Nights by yourself? Because I don't think I would want to be in the scare zones because people would be scaring me, and I don't have anybody to hang on to. This is also the least manly things that I don't think I've ever said anything manly. I'm definitely not going for manly things right now. I feel like it would be extra scary being by yourself in Horror Nights. I'm really surprised that they haven't announced any more houses. So far, they've only we're only like a month and a half away, a little over a month and a half away, and they've only announced 2 houses. One of them being American Horror Story, which I don't watch, so I don't know how much fun I'm going to have in that house. Although they say it's a fantastic house every year. But the other one is The Shining, and I think that that's going to be too scary. It's going to be way too scary. I'll get through, but they haven't announced any others. I've seen rumors that maybe there's going to be an Ash versus the Evil Dead, which would be really cool. I would really love it if they did an Ash versus the Evil Dead house. We still haven't gotten any idea of what the icon is. They're kind of teasing us with the theming on the website. But it seems like there would be at least 1 or 2 more announcements by now. I think maybe they were trying to get on the other side of D2. Or D23, not D2. As Mighty Ducks. Sean says that something's up with that. She knew that they had a house they had planned and it fell through. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. You'd think that... I mean, that's just one house, though. You'd think they would at least... they would at least tell us, at least release another one. I think I've read that there's going to be 9 houses. I don't know what the breakdown is as far as like original IP and licensed houses. But they've only announced 2 licensed houses. I really wish they would release something. Maybe we'll see something this week. We're on the other side of D23, although Comic-Con is this week. They may wait until after Comic-Con. It's just annoying. Gotta get through these summer months, and then September. I'm going on opening night, so that should be interesting. I'm hoping opening night's not going to be too bad as far as crowds. I've seen crowd estimators, and they're saying that it's not going to be too bad, but you never know. I may get in there, and it's just going to be wall to wall people because I've seen videos when it's well into October, and that place is just packed on the weekends. But I'm hoping that since it's it's going to be packed. I think that's why I'm planning on doing 2 nights. I was going to do one night. I was going to do Friday, but I think I'm going to see how Friday goes. If Friday is, if I can't do all the houses on Friday, then I may try to go back on Tuesday or on Saturday, and see what that is. I'm thinking about getting a Universal pass too. The Universal parks are expensive too for what they are. I feel like Universal in some ways is a little more expensive to go to than Disney, because at least with Disney has 4 parks, and in those 4 parks, once you get past like 3-4 days, to add another day of Disney, it's only like maybe $30-$40. It's really not that much. Especially with Park Hopper, it's nice because I love Park Hopper because I like to hop to Epcot at nights and drink at the World Showcase and try to get around the world. But Universal is trying to add on a Universal. I don't know if this is a tactic. I don't know if this is a tactic by Universal to make people choose between going to Disney or going to Universal. But they really only have 2 parks. They just opened a water park, Volcano Bay, and they're trying to say that they've got 3 parks, but they've got 2 parks. And I mean, I don't think you need more than 2 days to do Universal. So for they're kind of pricey, but it's not much more to do a season pass. So I may just do an annual pass for Universal too. Because if I'm going down, I'm usually going to do a day at Universal, 2 days at Universal. I love the Transformers ride. And I still haven't done Spider-Man. I was sick. Last time I went down. Couldn't do Spider-Man. I gotta make that up. I didn't get to do Kong. I didn't get to do anything in Islands of Adventure. I got incredibly sick and had to be basically carried out of the park. It took me 2 hours to get out. It was the worst. It's the worst I've ever been sick. And then I got to stay in the magical Port Orleans Resort in Disney and just throw up for several days. And then I wanted to die. Although if you're going to throw up in the most magical place of all, Disney. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I should be if I should try to focus on something else next year. Maybe I go on the vacation in September. Maybe I go again in May, and then maybe I give it a rest until, well, next year Toy Story Land's opening. I can't go in May. I don't think Toy Story Land's gonna be open by May. Maybe it will. Maybe we can coincide that with the launch of Toy Story Land. And then I'm going to have to go back in 2019 because Star Wars. There's no way I'm not going back in 2019. So I guess there it is. I think we figured it out. I'm going to be going to Disney for the next couple of years because I have to, because they're making it. They're forcing me. They're forcing my hand. And then I got to go back in 2020 because Universal's got the big Nintendo Land opening. This is how they get you. And then 2021 I got to go back because it's the 50th anniversary. Of course I'm going to go for the 50th anniversary of Disney World. I like seeing people come in, and I like seeing the number of watchers go up, and then immediately go down as they realize that I'm talking about Disney World. And you guys have to take drinks every time I talk Disney. That's how you play the drinking game. So like what dreams do you guys have? I mean, are you guys like actively trying to go after your dreams? Because I think that I think it's important to be realistic on one hand, to live a realistic life and have your realistic goals, but then to also have that one kind of dream thing that you want to do. You know, one of those things where you know that if you tell somebody out loud, they're going to think that you're crazy, or they're going to tell you that that's impossible and you can't do that. I think you've got to have that one dream, and I think you should be constantly pursuing it, no matter what anybody else is telling you. I mean, I obviously want to write and make films and movies. That's not true. I want to live in Disneyland. I want to live in Cinderella's castle. That dream's not going to happen. But I want to make I want to make TV shows. I want to write TV shows, and I want to write them. I want to produce them. I should not be acting because I'm one of the worst actors in the world. But that doesn't mean I don't like doing it. I don't always like doing it. And I'm actively pursuing that. I'm out there, and I'm writing. I'm putting work out. I'm producing work. You know, we had this radio dream for a while, which they're still trying to keep going. I'm actively trying to do something that other people would say that is impossible and would tell me to give up on, and have told me to give up on. I think that every time you start to do something that you're really passionate about, you know, once you start going for that dream that people are going to tell you to give up on, as soon as they come at you, as soon as they tell you it's impossible, that should be making you do it harder. Like anytime somebody tells you that it's impossible to it's impossible to make movies, or it's impossible to be a fashion designer or a famous stand-up comedian. Because you can do all of these things. I guarantee you that no matter what your dream is, you can do it on some level if you just do it. And you know, not to get preachy, I think a lot of people fall into the normal, the normal trap, where they think, oh, I've got to be normal. Like I have to work a job, or you know, I have to have kids or a family or get married or whatever it is. But you don't have to give up on that dream. You can pursue it. You can do it on some sort of level. M says that she wants to write a play that's performed on stage by a community theater. You could get that done easy. Number one, you're already in the community. You're already in the theater community, the local theater community. You know, are you going to get a play on Broadway? The chances are small, but you're definitely not going to get one if you don't have plays that you're writing. And you can absolutely write a play and get it performed on some stage. I could do it now. You just have to figure out who's doing it in your area, you know, what the scene looks like, introduce yourself to it. You're never going to get anywhere by just sitting in your house and being upset, or like looking at Facebook and saying, oh, these people are putting on a community play. I hate them because they're doing it. Well, you don't have to hate them. Get in touch with them and figure out what it is you can do to get in there with them. Talk to them. Let people read your play. Keep refining it. Write it. Make sure that it's perfect. And it's never going to be perfect. But make sure that it's to a point where you're happy with it. Because that's all you can do. It's never going to be perfect. It's never going to be, you know, this shining example that you've got in your head. But get it to a point where you're happy with it. And then go pursue it. Then get it into people's hands. Figure out what it's going to take to get it on stage. Easy. That's an easy one. Sean wants to work at a dog daycare. She just needs somebody to pay off her mortgage. So what Sean needs is a sugar daddy. So if anybody would like to give Sean Drew $55,000, is what she's asking for. I don't think that's out of the realm of possibility. Then she can go off and live her dream. But she can start. I mean, I see pictures of her on Facebook. She's living her dream now. She's starting it. She's going out and she's getting involved with dog services. I don't know. That's the weirdest. That's a weird way to say that. She's out there in the community. She's helping. She's bringing these dogs. She's on her way. You just have to realize that that it's possible. It's possible to. It's possible in some level to live a dream, no matter what the dream is. You can't just go around and say, "Hey, it's impossible for me to be a race car driver." It's not. You can probably find on some level, some way where you can get in and become at least a local race car driver. I mean, there's places. Sean volunteers with shelters and rescues. That's a way better way than saying doggy things. You just got to go do these things, and we as people just get so complacent to just be okay living a normal life, and you don't have to live a normal life. And what is a normal life? It's whatever's normal for you is good enough. But I think that everybody should be, number one, having a dream, and two, in some way trying to figure out how to do it. It's gonna make you feel better. It's gonna make as hokey as that sound, your soul will feel better. You won't get to your deathbed and think, all I did was raise kids and die. That would be terrible. There's no reason why you should have regrets. There's no reason why you shouldn't go after things that you want. It's not selfish. Oh, Steven's life goal is to be an Imagineer. Oh, get on the bus. Let's go. Me and you. I say me and you go down to Orlando. We were already talking about it earlier, and we try to be Imagineers. I I I gotta tell you, I'm really working on this Orlando thing. I'm really thinking about it. I'm trying to figure out what I can do to. I already work for a paper. I already do a lot of video work. That's my job at the paper. There's a paper down there, the Orlando Sentinel. Doesn't sound like it's a great place to work at, from what I've heard from people. But there's the Orlando Sentinel who does nothing but, well, not nothing, but a large part of what they do is covering the theme parks, and they do a lot of video work, and they're writing stories in the parks. I mean, that would be a dream right there. That's what I'm pursuing right now. What can I do to get to Orlando so that I can live in Orlando and go to Disney all the time? Because that's what I want out of life. I want to make movies. And I want to go to Disney every weekend. And every other weekend, maybe I'll go fit in Universal. I'm at a place in my career where I think I can pull that off. I have to go for it. And I have to figure out exactly what the specifics are. And then I can be in Orlando, be hot all the time, but be happy because I can go to Disney whenever I want. And I will not go the week of Christmas or any major holiday or whenever kids are out of school. Barry says he wants to make movies and actually be able to pay bills doing it. That would be nice. But you're getting there. I mean, I've talked to you a little, and it seems like you're, with your current job, you get to do that on some level. Is it making the movies that you want to make? No, but it's getting there, and you've got the skills. The little I've worked with you, all the projects that keep falling through, that I keep dragging you onto, one of them they'll work out. I swear. M says that Tampa is pretty affordable, 90 minutes from Disney. Yeah. I don't know. As I get older, as I'm not tied down to anything, I'd have to figure out, do I want to live away from my parents? But it's pretty cheap to get from Orlando to here. Just a quick plane ride, hour and a half. So maybe that's where I'll be. It's one of the reasons why I've started the vlog channel. If I can, establish myself and get myself into the old vlogging spirit, and I can find a job down in Orlando, then I can start incorporating that into my vlogs. Make some decent stuff that people would like and actually subscribe. Oh, that hour just flew by. If you haven't already, go check me out over on YouTube. I'm sure it's somewhere on my page. I don't know where the link is. I got to get to 100 likes. I got to get to 100 likes so that I can reserve a page name, and then I can easily say, go to youtube.com/ whatever it is that my thing is. Although, or did I already? No, that was, doesn't matter. This is what happens when you think in the middle of trying to do a show. Yeah, go like, subscribe, watch it. I haven't been putting videos out the last few days because I had a little meltdown with the doesn't matter. I'll be picking it back up. There'll be a video tomorrow. It's not gonna be sad. I'm gonna try not to make sad videos. I don't want to be sad video guy. Oh, before I go, weight loss gym update. I'm not losing weight. I am not losing weight. I hope to God it's because I'm gaining muscle. And I think that might be what it is because my fitness is getting better. So I've been going to the gym now every day since last Monday. So it's full week. Full week of going to the gym. I love it. I love the new gym. I did just go. I'll give you a little story before I go. I've been a member of Planet Fitness for a couple of years, actually, for like 2 years now. I never go because I hated that gym, but it was such a hassle to cancel the membership. I just haven't canceled the membership, so I finally get get a membership to One Life, and I love it. I absolutely love that gym. There's something awesome about going in and watching a movie while you work out, and it just makes cardio way easier for somebody like me. And it's weird. Like it's not just the fact that I'm watching a movie while working out. It's something I like about just being in the dark. I don't know if that's just something weird, but I absolutely love One Life. And so it kind of has made up for the whole Planet Fitness just garbage. I hate that gym. I hated the way it made me feel. I'd walk in and half the equipment was broken, and there are people that just weren't into it. But One Life, and especially so if you're overweight, like I know, like I get it. There's a whole stigma. You kind of feel weird about going into a gym because it's like, oh my gosh, is everybody judging me because I'm overweight? Are they judging me because I don't look like them? And I'll tell you, the answer is probably no. They don't care. And the great thing about One Life is going in there. It's very, very, very motivating because everybody there is working really, really hard on getting fit and staying fit and maintaining and toning. Like you can tell that everybody's serious about it, and because they're serious about it, I get more serious about it, and it's just a better overall experience. So I get like the 19th, I believe, I'm charged for Planet Fitness every month, and $20. I go in and yesterday, and I'm like, hey, I need to cancel. I need to cancel my subscription. They're like, why do you want to cancel? And I'm like, because I hate you guys, and I like this gym way, way, way better. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, we hear that a lot. Yeah, well, okay, we're going to go ahead and cancel you, but we have to charge you for another month because you would have had to cancel by the 10th in order to not get charged for another month. So they got me one last time as I was switching over. But I absolutely love One Life, and I'm not losing a lot of weight. I'm maintaining right at about 394 right now. So I've only lost about 6 pounds since I've been doing it, which seems weird because I've really been doing good on eating, and I've been slowly kind of indoctrinated. Well, this week was the first week that last week was the first week that I was really, really serious about the gym, and I took it super seriously. And I've been doing the trainer and stuff, and I go back to the trainer on Thursday. But my fitness is getting way, way better. I can tell, like I'm just moving faster. I'm walking faster. I'm more fit. I can feel it. Like I'm at the point now where I can't really see the effects, but I'm definitely feeling the effects, because I was just at a point where everything was falling apart, and I wasn't doing well. I wasn't doing well at all. I was definitely heading for a heart attack, and now everything's starting to turn around. The fact that I'm drinking a lot more water, the fact that I'm going to the gym and I'm moving every day. Every day I go, I can do a little bit longer on the bike. I can do a little bit more as far as what I'm lifting, as far as the weights, and I can tell that things are starting to turn around. I'm hoping, though, in the next few weeks that I'll just start seeing a rapid weight loss, where I'll just see pounds shed off. And if I don't, as long as I'm seeing something, 1, 2, 3 pounds a week is fine. I don't have to lose 30 pounds in a week. The trainer thinks that we can get 50 pounds off of me by the time I go to Disney in September. I think that's optimistic, but it's a goal, so that's what we're shooting for. I'm never gonna go twice a day to the gym, but I've got the daily thing down, and it's become a part of my routine, and starting to feel good, and yeah, I got a long way to go. I have to realize, number one, that this isn't a diet, and this isn't a fad. I just have to keep at it, and just recognize that this is just what I have to do every day. Every day I gotta leave work, and it's great for stress. The endorphins are fantastic. I've been way less stressed right now with the breakup and with work and everything else. I should be way more stressed than I usually am because I handle stress horribly. But I'm not right now, and I think that's because of I think that's a direct correlation between gym and just being able to handle my stress better. I'm still not sleeping well at night. Hopefully that changes. Chris says that you make it 3 months of working out, and statistically, I'm in. So do it. Working on it. We'll see. It'll be a process. But I'm definitely not hating it. And I used to absolutely hate anything that was any kind of activity. So that's that. I think that does it for now. Went a little over, but you know what? I control the show. I can go for 3 hours if I want. I can't because my voice is shot. It's hard to talk continuously for an hour about stuff. That's what we do here. And I'll check out my YouTube page. I promise there's a video coming tomorrow. And I'm trying to do more fun videos this week. So I'm trying to do something. Maybe get downtown and take a look at some of the art that's happening. I don't know. Fun things happening. And don't forget to come back here next Thursday night, this Thursday night, 10 p.m. We'll do another one of these things. That's enough talking.